In the previous session, I added the utilization of resource Harry Potter to the Gantt, and we identified areas of improvement. In this session, I will find solutions and I will apply them on this project. At the end, we will find a Gantt chart where no issues are remaining. This is the Gantt that we found at the end of the previous session. We clearly see the overallocation in period 1 and 2 and periods 5 and 6. When we look at activity A, we see that there are 2 periods of slack available, and we can evaluate what possible solutions we can apply. Moving task A further to the right towards the late start will not help us resolve the problem, because the overcommitment would just be moved from periods 1 and 2 to periods 3 and 4. The only thing we can do here is extend the duration of activity A. But we have to be careful because A has 2 successors, which are C and D. So when we would extend the duration of activity A, it would also have an effect on the start time of activities C and D. Now, when we look at those activities, we see that there is not really a problem to be expected, but we have to be careful. When we look at activity E, F, and G, I think that activity F is a good activity to extend its duration and so reduce the commitment of Harry Potter. But let's first look at our solution for activity A. When we extend the duration of A to period 4, we see that the total commitment of Harry Potter over the duration of activity A reduces to 25%. It means that the total effort in the periods from 1 till 4 reduces to 95%. In fact, it only reduces in periods 1 and 2, but in periods 3 and 4, it increases from 70 to 95%, but it's still okay because it's less than 100%. We also see that the activities C and D moved to a new start date in period 5, and activity C has a successor, which is activity G. That successor moves to start at period 8. So now we have to concentrate on period 5 and 6. When we look at period 5 and 6, we see that the commitment of Harry Potter is still over 100%, but it also reduced from 155 to 115 in period 6 because activity G was moved to period 8. Now, what to do with activity F? So let's have a look at the next slide and see how we can resolve the resource allocation problem. I decided to extend activity F with 1 period. 2 periods, each with 90%, means that the total commitment of Harry Potter over those 2 periods was 100%. 180%. When we extend the activity with one unit from 2 to 3 periods, the total commitment or the periodical commitment of Harry Potter is equal to 180 divided by 3, which is 60%. And we see that for the periods 5 to 7, the commitment is 85%, which is less than 100%. Period 8, which was 25%, period 9 also was 25%, go from 25 to 65%, and period 10, I didn't add the value here, but in period 10, the commitment of Harry Potter is 40%. So we found a solution. Our project is good to go because the resource Harry Potter has no more overcommitment. Let's have a look how we can do this in Project Libre. In the next session, I will show you the different steps to follow, and then after that, I will give you a live demonstration how this in reality works in Project Libre. A great job. See you at the next session.